Hey, Angel, hey, come here, baby. Come. Okay, okay. It's like that. Oh, it's like that. Damn. You ain't got no love for Big Foe? You ain't got no love for Big Foe? That's crazy. Flau'jae Johnson said, hey, I know we're not gonna see each other after the game, so just let me get my hug in right now.
That moment right there tells you everything you need to know about the current temperature between Angel Reese and Flau'jae Johnson. It wasn't just a missed connection on the court, it was a deliberate, cold-shouldered exit. When you have two former teammates who won a championship together at LSU, seeing this kind of friction in their first WNBA meeting as opponents is more than just a headline. It is a clear signal that their relationship has shifted dramatically.
We got Angel Reese. Fast break Reese over here. Woo! Up the court. Up. Crossover. Up. Give me that. Oh, fam. So get that out of here. Damn, and then stares her down as she's on the floor. Oh, no. Oh, not the stare down. Block the shot and then just stares her down as she falls to the ground. Dang.
While fans are debating whether this was just competitive fire or something deeper, the on-court intensity was undeniable. Angel Reese is playing with a chip on her shoulder, but when that defensive energy transitions into a stare down after a block, it changes the optics of the game. People are quick to label her a sore loser, but is that fair? We have to look at the broader context of their history, including the viral tension that has been brewing off the court long before the final whistle blew in this matchup.
Bond saying, you definitely know about grammar errors when your daughter got a 2.0 or less GPA. Damn! And in fact, when writing your smart message, you didn't capitalize nor did you use any periods. Damn! Stop being petty, fake and hateful, and take responsibility for you and your daughter's actions. You're just as responsible, you raised her that way, nobody give a damn who you think you are since you came up off another's brand.
The tension isn't just between the players. It has reportedly spilled over into their families. We saw a very public exchange involving social media messages where the mothers of both players didn't hold back. When you have public accusations about GPAs and character being thrown around on platforms like Instagram and Snapchat, it creates a toxic environment that inevitably puts more pressure on the players themselves. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It is about how these two families are navigating the sudden, intense spotlight of the WNBA.
You hate to see it. You should hear Shannon Sharp talking about it.
At LTD. There's a viral video going of Angel Reese giving former LSU teammate Flau'jae Johnson the cold shoulder in their first game against each other. People are going to say like Angel was being a sore loser, but Flau'jae was celebrating like it was a championship and expected to dap Angel with over a minute left of the game. Any competitive. I mean, look, but I don't think, going back and listening to some of the things, I don't think Flau'jae and Angel, even though they're teammates, I don't think they're close.
Analysts are now questioning the reality of their bond. We all assumed that their time winning a title at LSU created an unbreakable connection, but reports suggest they are not as close as the public narrative once claimed. If that foundation of trust is gone, every interaction on the court is going to be scrutinized. It is no longer just a reunion of former teammates. It is a showcase of two individuals who are clearly charting separate paths and, perhaps, no longer view each other as allies.
But Flau'jae cooked it out. I think Flau'jae had a monster game tonight.
Yeah, Flau'jae, yeah, she cooked all right. Yeah, she cooked all right. Reese shot 40%. She doesn't care for teammates, just clouts to make herself larger. Damn. Reese knows Johnson is prettier, has more class, is a better player, and has the same NCAA title and is actually liked and respected by fans and players. Damn, Reese is such a sore.
Flau'jae Johnson put on a clinic, and the contrast in their performances is being weaponized by fans on social media. When you see comments suggesting one player is classier or more respected than the other, it feeds into a narrative that is hard for any athlete to ignore. But we have to ask ourselves, are we projecting our own biases onto these young women? The WNBA is a professional league, not a social club, and the pressure to perform while living under a microscope is unlike anything they faced in the college ranks.
Damn, free Flau, stand with Flau. Careful, you might make her cry again. Oh, no. No. Damn, yeah. Flau'jae was like, it's like that? It's like that? 4 turnovers and a sore loser.
This brings us to the inevitable question about future matchups. We can talk about stats, turnovers, and shooting percentages all day, but the real story is the emotional stakes. When these two meet again, it won't just be about the final score. It will be about the body language, the nonverbal cues, and whether anyone decides to finally bury the hatchet. Right now, the optics suggest we are witnessing a genuine fracture in a relationship that the public thought was bulletproof. We have to consider the long-term impact of these viral moments on their professional branding. Both Reese and Johnson are powerhouse figures in the NIL and professional space, but optics are everything in the WNBA's current growth phase. When every post-game interaction is analyzed frame by frame, it shifts the focus from the game itself to the personality conflicts surrounding it. This is the reality of the new WNBA media landscape, where player dynamics are often treated as more important than the tactical adjustments being made on the hardwood. Think about the position this puts the coaching staffs in. When your players have baggage that spills over into the media or public social media feeds, it creates a distraction that goes beyond a single game. Coaches need consistency and focus, but when you have high-profile players who are essentially engaged in a public-facing standoff, it creates a ripple effect throughout the entire locker room. Management isn't just managing talent. They are managing brands and reputations that have become lightning rods for criticism. And here is the critical part that most people are overlooking. It is not about who was right or wrong in that specific post-game hug attempt. It is about the fact that the WNBA, in its current explosive growth phase, is being defined by these interpersonal rivalries as much as its record-breaking ratings. The league needs these stories to stay relevant in the mainstream conversation. But at what point does the drama overshadow the actual product on the court? We are seeing a shift where the personal lives of these athletes are becoming the primary narrative. Watch that initial exit again. Notice the speed of the walk, the lack of hesitation. That isn't a mistake. That is an intentional choice to remove oneself from a situation. Whether that was motivated by the loss, the personal history between the two players, or the broader drama involving their families, the result is the same. The message was sent loud and clear. Reese didn't want the visual of a reconciliation, and in today's media cycle, that silence speaks louder than any press conference answer could. Now compare that to the standard of professionalism we expect in the WNBA. We talk about the league as a place for the best of the best, yet we consume this content because of the human error and the emotional messiness. If these two were simply teammates who drifted apart, this wouldn't be a 17-minute discussion. It is a story because it touches on family, reputation, and the struggle to maintain an identity while becoming a national symbol. This dynamic is going to continue to evolve as their careers progress in the league. As long as they are on opposing rosters, every time they meet, this will be the lead-up. The media will look for the handshake, the lack thereof, the social media subtweets, and the family comments. It is a cycle that has been created and now must be maintained. They have essentially locked themselves into a storyline that is larger than their individual performances. So the final question for you, the viewer, is simple but telling. Is this rivalry good for the growth of the game, or is it a symptom of a league that is losing focus on the competition? Does the extra attention and the viral moments actually bring new fans to the sport, or does it alienate those who just want to watch basketball? I want to know where you stand. Are you siding with the competitive edge of someone like Angel Reese, who clearly doesn't want to play nice for the cameras? Or do you think there is a standard of sportsmanship that needs to be upheld regardless of personal history? Drop a comment below and let me know if you think this relationship can ever be repaired, or if we are watching the start of a multi-year Cold War in the WNBA. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this breakdown, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you do not miss the next deep dive into the league's biggest storylines. We will be tracking the situation as the season progresses, and I guarantee you this is not the last time we will see these two cross paths. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next one.